Network. I'll be your host today. My name is Troy. This is the CUBN News Hour today. Today we have Imprisoned Pakistani Christian. Asian Bibi has a day in court set for October. Will she be freed? Let's read that again. Imprisoned Pakistani Christian. Asia Bibi has day in court set for October. Will she be free? As you can see, she's a lovely little woman. Her only crime is being a Christian. Asia Bibi has always upheld that she will be set free by God's grace, even when it has seemed like there was no chance of freedom. Pakistan. Assist News. Pakistani Christians have expressed great joy and fear after receiving news that Asia Bibi, Pakistan's most famous blasphemy law victim, will finally have her long-awaited Supreme Court appeal hearing during the second week of October. The Chief Justice of Pakistan, Anwar Zahir Jamali, yesterday, Monday, August 22nd, 2016, ordered the Supreme Court to fix a date in October. The British Pakistani Christian Association were advised by Asia's selector lawyer, Asia Bibi's nightmare back in June of 2009 when she was harvesting falsa berries with a group of mainly Muslim women, farmhands in a field in Sheikhupura in Punjab province. She was asked at one point to fetch water from a nearby well, to which she complied, but stopped to take a drink with an old metal cup she had found lying next to the well. A neighbor of Asia, who had allegedly been involved in a running feud with her family about some property damage, saw her and angrily told her that it was forbidden for a Christian to drink water from the same utensil from which Muslims drank. And some of the other workers considered her to be unclean because she was a Christian. Some arguments ensued, and Asia recounts. That when they made derogatory statements about her religion, she responded by telling them, "I believe in my religion and in Jesus Christ, who died on the cross for the sins of mankind. What did your prophet Muhammad ever do to save mankind?" This incensed the woman, and later some of the workers complained to a local Islamic cleric, claiming that she had insulted Muhammad. And soon an angry mob came to her house, beating her and members of her family before she was rescued by the police. One report even alleged that she was gang raped for her alleged crime of blasphemy, was been beaten all the way home, and then her children were lately sexually molested. Oh my Lord, if I was only there, I would have tracked them all down. The police initiated an investigation about her remarks, resulting in her arrest under Section 295C of the Pakistan Penal Code. But she getting arrested for being... Oh, come on! Don't make me put my Iron Man suit on and go over there and whoop some butt. She subsequently was imprisoned for over a year upon the demands of the local imam, before being formally charged under Pakistan's notorious blasphemy laws. Asia Bibi has now been incarcerated since June 2009. Miss Bibi denied that she had committed blasphemy and said that she had been accused by her neighbor to settle an old score. In November 2010, Mohammed Nahvid Iqbal, a judge at the court of Kahupura, sentenced her to death by hanging. Additionally, a fine of the equivalent of 1,100 was imposed. With the verdict, she became the first woman condemned to death in Pakistan on the blasphemy charges. Asia Bibi described the day of her sentencing as follows: I cried alone, putting my head in my hands. I can no longer bear the sight of people full of hatred, applauding the killing of a poor farm worker. I no longer see them, but I still hear them. The crowd who gave the judge a standing ovation, saying, "Kill her, kill her, Allah Akbar." The courthouse is invaded by a euphoric horde who break down the doors, chanting, "Vengeance for the Holy Prophet. Allah is great." I was then thrown like an old rubbish sack into the van. I lost all humanity in their eyes. Asia Bibi has always upheld that she will be set free by God's grace, even when it has seemed like there was no chance of freedom, said a spokesman for the BPCA. After a failed appeal at the Lahore High Court on October 16, 2014, many thought freedom was beyond Asia Bibi. However, in a pre-trial hearing at Pakistan's Supreme Court on July 22, 2015, the court suspended her death sentence, permitting an appeal. In her appeal hearing, Asia intends to ask the court to reconsider defiances in the case, which include poor investigations and manipulated evidence by the local police. The appeal was originally meant to have been held on March 26, 2016, but after the judicial of the government of Pakistan decided to push through to the hanging of Mumtaz Qadri under the anti-terrorism laws, they were forced to postpone Asia Bibi's appeal hearing. Mumtaz Qadri had admitted to assassinating Salim Taseer, the then governor of Punjab, for his stance calling for abrogation of the draconian blasphemy laws of Pakistan and freedom of Asia Bibi. Sad story, people. Sad story. In the wake of Mr. Qadri's death, a wave of demonstration included 100,000 Muslims encamped during a sit-in protest outside government buildings in Islamabad, where they demanded termination of proposed reforms of the blasphemy laws of Pakistan and death for Asia Bibi. The government caved in on the law reforms which had passed through the parliament and were to be ratified in the Senate of Pakistan. Many Christians at this point thought Asia Bibi's chance of freedom had run out and that the government had failed her and other minorities, especially when they postponed her case due to the scale of social schism. 'Schism. 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 ' The BPCA spokesperson, news of the revised date for the appeal hearing has now induced mixed feelings. Many Pakistani Christians believe the date will be postponed again when the Muslim protests for Asia Bibi's death resume. They still recall the 5 postponements before Asia Bibi had her Lahore High Court appeal rejected. Moreover, despite their joy and delight that Asia Bibi will have her day in court and a chance for justice, they fear that the community backlash will result in attacks on the innocent Christian communities across the country. Despite their fears, every Pakistani Christian stands with Asia Bibi and is praying for her release. While in prison, Asia Bibi has been forced to cook her own food due to attempts to poison her. Whist bullying from other inmates has also meant she is forced to stay in isolation. Last year, BPCA reported on her failing health. Lord Jesus, please help this woman. She's in need of a lot of help, a lot of people to back her up and go there and make things right with what's going on with that basically corrupt law they got there. We all feel for you, baby. We all feel for you and we all pray for you. We all see you. In Jesus' name, I will be back.